friends, it's editor Eunice here with a quick heads up if you're watching the pod. So guys, I'm a dum-dum. I had issues recording the second half of the podcast, so there will be no video portion. Don't worry, I have some clips rolling for visual references, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I'm human, but if you guys have any tips for podcast video recording, please let me know. It would be so helpful for us. So yeah, now on to episode 19 of the pod.
I didn't say anything bad. Oh, it's one track. It doesn't matter. We are back. Half a podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm Eunice.
Half a podcast.
Half a podcast.
Episode 19.
19.
This will probably come out after the date, but November 15th is our 1 year anniversary. Woo!
Of the Apple podcast. Woo!
So this is pretty much like the anniversary episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a year, and
it's been a year, but we haven't recorded every week. We haven't been consistent.
No, but now we're really trying.
Now we're trying to be consistent.
And it's been okay so far. I think it's been okay for the last couple
month.
Last couple of months.
Couple months.
No.
Couple. It's
yeah,
been 2 months since we actually tried.
We've been doing a lot better.
Yeah.
And we're actually trying to get these up more consistently and stuff like that. So I'm glad.
Yes.
And because this is like the anniversary episode, we wanted to do something a little bit different.
Try to go in with a bang.
Exactly. Is that supposed to be a reference? Anyway,
bang bang.
If you haven't read the title by now, we're going to be talking about a show.
The one and only.
Legendary. 1100 episodes.
It's a living legend.
Ang Probinsyano.
Woo!
Starring my boy, Coco Martin.
Coco Martin.
Yeah.
Who lived in Canada for a good portion of his life.
No way.
Yeah. That connection to Coco.
Wow.
Coco, come on the show.
Coco, we love you. Come on the show. I have so many questions.
Even if you don't speak
does he speak English?
I mean, he can understand English. He can probably speak English, but not fluently.
Okay. I have a little bit of a backstory with the show.
Yeah, tell the people why how you came into or know this show.
I've mentioned this before, but my recent trip to the Philippines, which is now I think 3 years ago. So
yes.
Surprisingly, it's already been that long. At night, a show would come on every day, and I'm like, what is the show? It's there's some action, there's some dramatic scenes and stuff like that, but I couldn't help but laugh the entire time I'm watching. I'm like, this show is great.
But why were you laughing?
Okay, I was mostly laughing because it's the way it's dramatized, I guess, and they always do these really quick cuts. So let's say there's a group of people talking. To end the scene, they'll do a close up on every person's face.
I'm gonna do it right now.
And
just
in.
make a face.
And there's
right
dun dun, dun 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 dun, and so they'll do that for literally every person who's in that scene.
Yeah.
Every time
before they go off to a commercial break, or
it's even if they just switch from one scene
show,
even from one scene to one scene. But I didn't know what was going on. I don't understand Tagalog. I am trying to learn, and this is what has brought up my fascination with watching more Filipino content, because I'm maybe it'll help me understand a little bit more. Plus it's just making me more interested in it because I'm also trying to learn the language as well.
It helped me understand the language as a kid.
Yeah. So watching the show for the first time when I was in the Philippines, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. And my titas and all my nieces and nephews are wondering why I'm laughing during the show.
Oh my gosh, did they watch it?
Yeah, they're there with me,
but
okay. They think it's funny that I'm I find it amusing just because I think it's super corny.
Yeah.
And the editing is really out there. It's all over the place and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to hate on the show. You know what I mean? Because well, the point of the podcast today is that we're going to talk about the show.
Let's talk about Filipino series.
Yeah. And I don't know why. I always reference it with Eunice. This show that I've watched. But I've never really sat down and tried to watch it.
Until this week.
So I was on YouTube. They have the first episode up in full. ABS actually posted
with
it. With subs. So I'm like, okay, great. let me get into this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'll watch the first episode. Maybe it'll be a thing that I just watch the series. And I'm like, oh, episode 2's up. The thing is, episode 2 on YouTube, they caption the first 5 minutes, and then the
they're
rest.
Nah.
Nah, you don't get to watch the rest of it. I'm like, they just stopped subtitling it after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was confused. But I'm like, now I'm like pleading. I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I find a way to watch this show?
Mm-hmm.
And then you informed me about the TFC website.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Filipino series and Filipino movies, you can't see them anywhere on the internet because the companies or the TV stations behind them blocked everything.
Wow, they keep it hard locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to sign up for TFC to unlock all of this content.
Exactly.
And so the last time I tried it, I saw that there were English subs for some shows and some movies, and Probinsyano
is one of them.
Is one of those shows.
God.
But it's only the first 10 episodes.
For the free account, it's only the first 10.
And then it's like $10 a month after.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of tempting. The thing is, it's not
that much.
It's not that much. I know. I'm just a little bit short on money right now.
No,
I
know.
It's definitely worth it because I need to watch that show. But I was so shocked because you just informed me that this show is broadcasted every single day.
Not only this, if you see a television series on the Philippines, it's just that. Everything is on every day.
And you mean Sunday to Sunday, like 7 days a week, it's on every day?
No, weekdays.
Still, though. So
I know.
A 5-day-a-week show that's 30 minutes long. Like, they're just pumping these out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it came out around 2015, like fall
Something
2015.
like that, yeah.
And it has like 1,100 episodes. I'm never going to finish this. I thought I was never. That's why I gave up on One Piece. There's too many episodes.
I know.
Right?
One Piece is like
One Piece is like 800, 900.
Okay.
And those are like weekly things.
Oh, really?
But these guys are just like every single day.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
And it's weird because, we'll get really into this. Like, a big issue that I have with the show is the pacing. Like, at least for the first...
what we've seen so far.
We've only seen the first 7 episodes.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to go through all of them. We want to kind of make this maybe like a side series.
Yes.
Where we kind of break down each episode. But we'll see how that goes. We're kind of just talking about it right now. But this is going to be like kind of a side series for those who are listening to this. We want to like break down like what's going on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How else could I describe what we're trying to do?
We're chatting about this show.
Oh,
it's just okay.
Well,
there's something you wanted to add.
Yeah, the one thing I was gonna bring up is that the pacing, at least for the first 7 episodes, is all over the place. Like, I'm telling you, one episode, like so much happens. I'm like, this could have been an entire season of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that happened in this one episode could have been.
Yeah.
You could have stretched this out.
Or at least 10 episodes long.
Yeah, like at least it could have been like an arc.
No, it could have been way longer.
It could have been like its own thing, but like there's no room to like establish everything. And I guess it makes sense for a big plot point that happens. But why don't we just get right into like talking about it? Okay. So I made a bunch of notes, and I had to watch the thing. So I watched the episodes by myself, and then I'm like, Eunice, you gotta watch with me. Like, this is too good. I mean, I had no intention of making this into the podcast.
Yeah.
But like, we just wanted to watch it because we thought, like, I thought she would get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
So she watched it with me. But then I had to rewatch it to get the notes, to take some notes. So that means I've watched like the first 5 episodes like 3 times already.
Wasted like 5 hours into the show.
This is worth it. This is worth it. I'm deeply invested now. But in the beginning, I think I'm invested now for what's happened so far. Yeah. But in the beginning, it doesn't really like pull you in as much as I would think. But
So my history with teleseries, as the Filipinos would call it, is that I watched these things for maybe while I was in high school.
Okay, cool.
A little bit during elementary, but that's only because my parents were watching them.
Oh.
They still do, but I don't partake in them anymore.
Okay.
And when you brought this up, I guess I'm back into it.
Yeah, there we go. It's just this show specifically. It's got it all. It's got drama. It's got romance. It's got some action.
Yeah.
You know? It's all you need in one tightly knit package. And it's got Coco
romance.
Martin.
Sure, yeah.
There's some romance, right? There's romance.
Yeah.
Well, so why don't we just go from the beginning? So episode 1. Okay. So if you are interested in watching this, episode 1 is on YouTube.
Yes. So you can pause this, watch it, take some notes.
It's going to be hella spoilers.
Yeah.
If you just want to hear us give you a synopsis, that's totally fine too.
Yes.
But episode 1, here we go. So it starts off with this scene where, so the main character of the show. His name is Adore, played by Coco Martin. He is an up and coming police inspector. So this is like the beginning is his years of training in the academy, right? So but the way it starts out is that he's on a train and someone tries to like abduct the train or something like that. Like he has like a bomb and he's like threatening to like blow up the train or something like that. And I'm like,
just remember the scene in my head.
Starting off right off the bat, hot, and heavy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they get into a fight because Adore sees that he's like a wanted criminal or something like that. So they start getting into a fight. The real kicker is when they go up onto the roof of the train.
Oh my! I cried from laughing.
Like I'm not trying to roast like what the production like budget is for like Filipino broadcast or whatever, but this is supposed to be like a top-notch show, and the green screen,
oh my god,
or the way it's like composed,
like,
when they're on top, it looks so fake. It
does.
Funny.
The contrast between the shots in the train as opposed to the ones on top of the train.
Yeah, how could you just
so funny.
You're better with how do you describe that? It's weird.
Well,
like the inside of the train looks fine, but you go outside and everything's all like distorted.
The perspective didn't work. The coloring didn't match.
Yeah, that's also too. This is like a really nitpicky thing, but when the guys on top, the bomb carriers on top of the train, Coco Martin, instead of like he sneaks up behind him and he doesn't notice that he's there. He could have just like tackled him down, but he decides to like drop kick him. It's like that doesn't make sense.
Oh my gosh.
And they in this scene too, they add in so many random cuts. So they cut into like a wide shot and you can barely see what's going on. Like it doesn't need to be that high up.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get a different perspective on the fight, but literally they're like ants.
Yeah.
Like it's like this high up. They cut to it for like half a second, and then they'll cut to like the train wheels.
Yes.
But nothing's wrong with the train. The train's still moving. So it's not like cutting to like a shot of the train wheels is gonna suspect that there's
for art, you know. Art.
It's really strange. Like they cut so many times.
My issue with the action scenes, it's been like 5 minutes into the show already.
Yeah.
But my issue was it kept cutting to different perspectives. It's like
it's too many cuts. You can barely tell what's going on.
My head hurts already. Like it's
but
too much.
It cuts to things that don't make sense. Like here are the train wheels.
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening with the fight though?
I know.
So eventually, Adore, the hero that he is, apprehends the bomb carrier. So he's holding him down and he just makes like a face like.
Oh my god!
He just like
kind
staring
of looks
out.
Like freaking Saitama.
Yeah.
That's where
He's just staring blankly, like nowhere.
I'll put a picture up.
It's really strange.
Yeah. So
I'm guessing like this opening scene is trying to establish that he's like a very heroic and just person, because before the fight ensues, he's sitting on the train. He gives up his seat for like a Lola. He's saying hi to a kid. Even during the fight, the bomb carrier was gonna fall off of the train, but he saves him. So like they're trying to paint Adore as like a very heroic, very just person.
Heroic man.
Yeah, so he's just like a just a macho man. Yeah, he saves everyone. Man. Superman kind of guy.
Man.
Right. So now it cuts into, so he's sitting on like a bed and he's talking about how it's the day before his graduation from the academy. The weird thing is, I looked back at the scene. I only noticed this the third time I watched it.
Funny, you watched it first. Watched it with me. Watched it for the notes.
His hair's longer. But in the academy, and even after the academy training, he has to shave his head.
Oh.
So that's a little bit of continuity error. So he's there like sitting on the bed like, tomorrow I become a police officer. But his hair is longer.
The next scene he has his head shaved.
But like you could say like, oh, he probably just grew out his hair. No. Because the whole time after the beginning, after the scene where he becomes a cadet, they what's it called? Like he shaves his head and he keeps his head shaved. Yeah. So the next big part of like about the opening episode is like his years of training in the academy, right? And I didn't know. I don't know if this is like a common knowledge or whatever, but at least to become a police inspector, they had to go through like 4 years of training.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And it looks pretty intense, like the way they shot it in the show. It's like it almost looks like military style training.
Yeah.
And they're just like police. I don't know like the difference between a regular officer or a police inspector, but that seems like a lot. Which I actually think is kind of cool because I think it should take that amount of work to actually be like some sort of law enforcement or something like that. Not like here you just get like,
I don't know the process.
I don't know what it's like in Canada, but I bet it's not as strenuous as that. That looked like military intense kind of training. So the way it's established is that so Adore and his Lola come to the I guess it's like an opening ceremony for all the cadets who are in training. So they make him like watch him do like the opening ceremony. So what happens is they're all just like standing in a row, and the actual graduates, people who have already officers, they come and charge at them, and they make him do like an insanity workout, like right off the bat. They're like, "Go do push-ups, go," and they're like yelling at them and stuff like that.
Quite weird.
Yeah. They just charge them, and they start just telling him to do a bunch of exercises.
I know.
Yeah.
Weird.
While like all your friends and family watch. Yeah.
And then the next scene, they shave their heads, but they leave like a little triangle.
Yeah, you were really triggered
at the front
for some
of their
reason
head. I'm
with
like,
Adore, it's like
what?
Adore especially. There's like a triangle on his head that's like a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's just not cut it properly. I don't know. Unless they intentionally did that.
It's kind of culty, but.
Hey, I mean, I guess it's fun. It's like I understand why they shave the heads though. Like, it's
yeah.
Everyone's like uniform. There's no like distractions like about your
Can
hair. Can
somebody
or whatever.
explain that to me? If you know the reason why they do that, just let me know.
Yeah. They even make him do a thing too where they're eating and they're all like.
Yeah, that was weird.
They have to like balance something on their head, and they can only like eat. They have to eat like at a certain pace or something like that. I didn't really understand the context of what was going on there, but maybe it's like just to stress them out or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a discipline thing.
It could just be like a hazing thing too, so because they're new and stuff like that. Just make their
that sounds
lives
right.
really hard.
Yeah.
So it's just more montage training his training in the academy, whatever.
And this is what, like 10 minutes into the show already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the thing is, this episode they go through his whole cadet training in one episode.
Yeah.
I would think like if this is a 1100 episode show, that they would at least spend maybe like the first season of him becoming a police officer. I guess it makes more sense later on why they don't do that. But you would think 1100 episode show, maybe flesh these ideas out more.
Right.
I think his training could have been like a whole thing.
For sure.
There's also a scene. I'll have to give you the screenshot for this.
Oh, great.
There's a scene where they're working out in the morning, and there's like the head, what do you call it? Like the drill sergeant, let's say. So he's there and he's talking to all the cadets and stuff like that. There's two people at his side in the back wearing basketball uniforms.
Oh yeah.
It makes no sense. Like I understand they're in gear, but they look like they're in like military training gear.
That makes
and
no
you have
sense.
two guys behind them wearing basketball uniforms.
Do you remember what they were saying in that scene?
No, it's just like they're just outside and they're about to like train. They're about to do like push-ups in the mud and stuff like that.
So there's just no context.
No, they're just there standing behind them.
Right.
I'm telling you, like, watch. We'll flash the picture there. Tell me if that makes sense.
It's like, okay, y'all do your thing. We're gonna play some basketball over here.
Yeah,
Weird.
I really didn't get that. Like, maybe they got. Well,
Sorry.
Maybe they were trying to like. I don't know. I can't really think about why they would do that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Okay, this is where there's like this is where actually something significant happens. So there's it shows flashes of other people in the academy, not just Adore. I guess who are gonna be like main characters in the show or whatever. There's this one guy, I believe he's mixed. I don't know. He's mixed looking.
He's light skinned.
Not Adore, the light skinned guy. His name is Joaquin, right? I don't know why.
Ryan can't spell Joaquin.
In my notes I misspell it like every single time. Don't worry about it. So there's the way that the scene works. It doesn't make any sense, but I'll try to explain it, and then I'll say what happens, and I'll try to explain it.
Okay.
So they're in like their bunks, right? So they all sleep on like bunk beds, in like wherever they're sleeping.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he's cleaning his shoe. This is Joaquin. He's cleaning his shoe, and a guy comes down from the top bunk and accidentally knocks his shoe over. And then he's like, what are you doing? You do that on purpose? And they start like pushing and shoving.
Just
but
shoving.
But just like this.
Like
what are you doing? What are you doing? And then a door comes in, big hero
like,
that he is. Guys,
let's stop.
Let's not fight, guys.
Yeah.
Not fighting. Right? And then another guy, I guess he's like their superior.
Yeah.
Gets up, even though he's in the same bunk as everyone else. And he gets up, like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys fighting or whatever? They cut to the next scene, right? So they have Joaquin and the guy he got into a fight with.
Yes.
They were just like shoving. It's like, I bet that stuff happens all the time.
For sure.
It's not like they were throwing fists and someone ended up breaking an arm or something.
Yeah.
So they're there and the drill sergeant is like, Joaquin, this guy, you guys are going to get the merits. You know that fighting isn't permissible. Adore, good job. Very commendable. You will get merits. For doing what?
You just stopped the fight.
Like, Yeah, he gets praised and for breaking up a fight, and
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Right.
So now
Does that trigger Joaquin's hate for
yeah.
him?
So best
I
they had to
see.
do a punishment where they were wearing like I guess like a like very heavy clothing, and they had to walk really slow. And there's a shot where Joaquin looks at a door like with this. I'll give you a screenshot. Very like angry face, like I'm gonna kill you kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I guess that's setting up that they're gonna be like rivals or something like that.
Mhm.
But it's so like not justified.
Yeah.
It doesn't really establish like why Joaquin would hate Adore.
See, that's my issue. I didn't get that much of a hatred
Yeah.
feeling towards Adore
Yeah, it's like
with Joaquin.
he's mad that he kind of like ratted them out, I guess. But like it's like the way he's so angry at him makes no sense.
Yeah, it's
but then
like he killed someone or something. Like
yeah,
it
it's like
doesn't
he
make
killed your
sense.
dad or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what really like weirded me out is that like first of all it was barely a fight, and they made it into like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It like the fight scene is only like 2
It's
seconds
like
long, and they just do this.
2 seconds of this.
Adore, thank you for breaking up that fight. You are a good man. Like it's he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So they do this again. They make this. They had another scene where Joaquin and Adore are still supposed to like not they don't butt heads, but like they're in like competition with one another or whatever. Or it's supposed
is
to like
it the classroom scene?
yeah, it's supposed to like fuel Joaquin's anger for Adore.
Yes.
So yeah, so they're in the classroom. There's like, oh, can someone tell me what the protocol is when this happens? And Joaquin's he raises his hand, stands up, gives an answer. It's
Yeah.
the right
It's
answer.
yeah, good
And
answer.
then, good answer. And then the teacher's like, but why? And then he doesn't even give Joaquin the chance to
Yeah.
follow up,
Yeah.
right? Instead, he asks Adore, and Adore gives like this heartfelt answer and stuff like that.
Right.
Because we're police officers, and even though we arrest someone, it's their right as a human to this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
very good, Adore. And then Joaquin's just there, like, looking like an idiot.
Great.
It's like, so now I guess that's supposed to be like, man, Adore just gets all the attention and not me,
Yeah.
and he gets all like the good answers. Or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like he first of all, Joaquin didn't answer the question wrong, and the teacher didn't even give him a chance to follow
Exactly.
up. He's like, no, Adore, you take
what
it
a
from
bad
here.
teacher.
Awful. But then again,
The show really wants you to side with Adore.
yeah. But then again, is Joaquin justified to hate Adore just because of that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's healthy to have competition, but like
Yeah.
his level of hatred towards him, not justified.
It's so weird. And it's only
Yeah.
it's only established in those two scenes.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. They're trying to squeeze in 4 years of cadet training
exactly.
into one episode.
So you don't really get the real context.
They can't establish why Joaquin hates
Yeah.
Adore so much. It doesn't make any sense because the pace is too fast. So like,
Wait, come in. Move over a bit.
oh sorry, I'm getting too heated. I'm getting out of frame
It's okay.
for our video watchers here. So yeah, I put in my notes making mixed guy look so dumb.
Okay, we need to have a poll.
I don't know if he's
right
mixed
now.
though. He looks mixed.
See if people agree that
This
he
is-
looks mixed.
Is this Joaquin?
Okay.
Is he mixed? We could literally just look him up, but he looks a little mixed.
we
to me.
did look him up.
Is he
and
mixed?
He's not mixed.
Oh.
But does he look mixed?
I don't know. But he just maybe just really light skin.
Yeah.
Okay, this was really strange. This is the last note I have about like kind of the cadet training.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least the first half of the cadet training because they go
Okay.
through a lot of scenes with the cadet training. This might have to be just like a one episode
Yeah,
each.
might be.
But there's so much to talk about. Like if you've please watch it.
I know.
and
yeah.
then
please.
listen to this because you'll know what I'm talking about.
Have a little club for Probinsyano.
Exactly. I guess they have in the cadets they have like partners, like you have like a drill buddy. Let's say they don't really establish like who Adores is or whatever, but they just have like this. So they had this scene where it's kind of like a trust test.
Yes.
Where one person holds out these bags, like little plastic
Bags of
bags with
water.
liquid, water or whatever it is, like
Near
this.
some- yeah.
And you have to trust that your buddy will shoot the bags out of your hands.
Yeah.
Or like and not shoot you.
Yeah.
Right. So they go through like a bunch of people that did it. Adore does it successfully, obviously, because he's 100% A+
'Cause
student.
He's the best.
He's the best. He does everything right. And then this other guy and this other guy do it, and the guy's like he's freaking out.
Yeah.
And then after the bag gets shot, he's like, I can't do this anymore.
He
I
has
quit.
trust issues.
What's funny though is that his partner shot the bag and he
Yeah.
was good. He's like, I can't do this
Yeah.
anymore. I quit. And then the basically makes like,
Wait. So from there, did he actually quit? Did
He
he
quit.
leave?
Yeah, he left the cadets. Yeah. So the dude, one
Okay.
guy who was too scared, like he was like scared of what was going on. Like he
Yeah.
he ended up quitting, even though it showed in previous scenes how like he was feeling like, oh, I don't think I should do this anymore or whatever. So, but that was like the final straw. At that point, he quit the cadets. Because it's just trying to establish that like Adore is like doing voiceovers in the background while this happens. Like a lot of it, like it broke a lot of people, or like it was really tough on some people, whatever, right? But I just thought the reason why I brought that up is that I thought that was such a weird scene. Like, does that happen when it comes to like academy training? Like,
I'm sure it does.
I feel like it's like pretty risky, you know.
I feel like people are always like that.
Like
they're always scared.
But you're an inch away from shooting his hand. Like the bag is not very big.
That's true.
I feel like it's too risky, because like if you mess up once, you just shoot the guy's hand off essentially. Because it's not even like
your fault.
It's not like you have a pistol. It's like an assault rifle, and you have to aim right at the bag as the guy holds it up like this. That's pretty risky. I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like, I guess it's supposed to establish trust. Yeah. But I thought it was still weird.
Comrades. Yeah. Brothers.
But now, jumping into the next, I guess,
next half of
the episode is when Adore meets
Carmen.
So now
God.
You have all this action, you have all this cadet training. We gotta throw in the romance.
Let's gotta put the romance in the show.
Yeah.
We gotta reel in the females to the show. Right.
Because we can't just have action. Because
obviously I wouldn't have been interested.
Girls
if
don't
want. Wasn't for the romance.
Girls don't like watching action stuff.
Yeah, I hate the fighting. Why are they fighting all the time?
They just want to watch a guy and a girl fall in love.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just want to see him pick her up with his eyes.
What are you trying? What is that? It's okay.
I'm their demographic.
Exactly. That's why the only reason why Eunice is watching.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess the cadets finally get a break at this point, so they get to go visit their families or whatever.
Okay.
So Adore and his drill buddy are like exiting the thing, and then the other guy's family is there. It's like, oh, this is and he's introducing like his family to him. Oh, this is Adore. He's like my buddy. He's been helping me a lot and stuff. It's like, oh, thank you. It's like, and this is my sister Carmen. And then obviously she has to go, turn around, and it's like,
and the music gets all lovey-dovey. The ballad starts playing. I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah, and they lock eyes. And it's like, look, I'm not saying that the Carmen chick, like, the way, I don't know why, the shot of her turning around didn't,
it wasn't good.
It's very unflattering.
You know why? It's because they slow-mo'd it.
Oh, okay. The thing is, this show does a lot of slow-mos, and the thing is, it's not really a slow-mo. They just turned the frame rate down by, like, half, and it's just all choppy. It's, like, really weird.
It's like they shot in 30, slowed it down
to, like, 10.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very good. So, it's like, she turns around, Carmen and Adore lock eyes, and now it looks like they're in love.
And Adore can't keep his eyes off of her.
And this is how the scene goes. Nice to meet you.
What did she say?
Nothing. They just look at each other.
Oh my God.
And then they let go, and Coco Martin's making like a weird face, like like I understand it's supposed to be kind of like, oh, love at first sight kind of thing.
Right.
But like nothing happened, but it seems like they're so intoxicated with each other already.
I know.
So obviously that's gonna come back.
That's not how love works, guys.
Yeah.
Just say it. Sorry.
So,
I mean, it did with me.
Great. Yeah, and we held hands like this.
Yeah, we did. And then, yeah, that was actually playing in my head when we first met.
Oh my gosh! Did you watch the show already?
No, that song obviously existed before.
Okay.
No, it didn't.
So. Because they have time off, the cadets go see their family. Adore goes back to the barangay, sees his Lola, sees all the people from his barangay, and they have like food or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome back celebration.
Yeah. So next time they have a break, at least so Adore's friend, that guy is like, oh, come to my house for our next break. Mm-hmm. It's Carmen's birthday. Ooh. Obviously, the man's trying to hook him up. Like, it's so obvious. Like, he's trying to like, I want you and my sister to be a thing.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess because he really admires Adore, so it's like he thinks
respects her. It's him.
He'd be fine with like Carmen being with him. Yeah. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Plus, I would think that they've known. This has been like maybe halfway through their training, so they've known each other for quite a bit. You don't really see their relationship blossom, which is the problem with the show. You don't really understand how close Adore is with this guy.
Yeah.
To want him to introduce him to his sister and all this stuff.
You're not really attached to anyone at this point.
Yeah, because it's
you're really only following Adore.
Yeah. Well, there's no time to be. There's
To
no
be-
time to be invested in anyone yet.
Mhm.
Besides the door, because he's really like the only one you see,
Yeah.
or you don't really see him interact with a lot of people besides like the other cadets, but it's not established like strongly enough, let's say.
Yeah.
So Adore accepts the invitation, and now they're going to Carmen's birthday or whatever. Eunice gets really triggered by this wide shot because it looks like it's like a fisheye lens, but it's all like like weirdly framed or whatever.
I swear I'll probably have to look at it back when editing, but I swear you could see that some of the countertops were like curved and the walls were kind of like caved in. It didn't really look good.
The shot is only like a second long.
Yeah.
Like they don't use it again.
Yeah.
It's really weird to like set up just to have like.
But it's a repeating theme in the show. Like I'm pretty sure I've seen that shot again.
We'll have to look out for more examples of that. And then Adore, apparently it's established earlier in the show that he makes a bomb ass kare.
Ooh.
And then he's like, I made this for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Coco Martin.
Oh,
he doesn't say that.
Make me kare.
Yeah. So while they're in the family, like he's with his family having dinner or whatever, and then he's like she's trying it, and they're like locking eyes, like, oh, is it Sarah? Ah, Sarah, that'll go. Oh my gosh, so good. You're such a good
Wow,
cook.
the sexual tension is high.
And then the dad or the mom's like, here, try Adore's kare. No, I'll have the manure first. I don't want to try his kare. But he's all like, there's shots of him like looking at Adore like all sketched out while he's like cutting his food. He's like, I don't like this guy. Or
sorry, that guy who plays the dad is everyone's dad in every show.
Is
Good
it
for
actu-
him.
Is it actually?
Good for him.
I feel like I've seen him around before, but I don't know if it's because I've seen this guy in this show in passing or whatever.
He plays like the good dad in a lot of shows and movies. Anyways, go on.
Okay, so after there's a scene too where Adore and Carmen go on a date. This is like he goes because I guess she's like I think she's a nurse the way like her outfit is. So he picks her up from work and they go out on like a date or whatever. And he tells her that he loves her, and she says it back. Yeah. This is the thing. I don't know how many days it's been on, but with the pacing of the show, it makes it seem
from
like
our perspective,
they've
like
only seen each other like 3 times.
Yeah.
Once when they
at
awkwardly
meeting,
did this.
Yeah.
The second time
her
at
birthday.
her birthday, and then the third time going on this date. And he's like, "I love you." What?
Ooh, and that's why we're not like huge fans.
We're not invested in the relationship because there's nothing to be invested about.
Exactly.
Like, there's no reason why you live with each other. There's nothing that's been established. Like, how long have you been going out? What do you know about each other? Like, any kind of moment in between.
It's no Rory and Jess or Rory and Dean.
Gosh, we're gonna bring Gilmore Girls into this, but that's gonna be another thing. Yeah, so I just put that. It's like, yeah, the show makes it seem like this is the 3rd time they've seen each other. Maybe it's supposed to be a thing where they've already gone on multiple dates and stuff like that. But it seems like they've barely known each other, and they're already saying "I love you" or whatever. Yeah. We're just like, whatever, love at first sight. I'm kind of over it, but it's not making me invested in their relationship. That's the problem.
Yeah, I was never invested in this relationship.
Well, there you go. So moving on, after this, we have like the rest of their training.
Yes.
Right, and there's more montages. Like he's like directing a helicopter. Go,
that's
up,
right.
Up. And then
he doesn't go on.
Yeah, he's motioning a bunch of people to go on a helicopter, and he's like bringing it down, and he doesn't go on. He
but
just
in the next shot,
he's on a helicopter. So did he just go to a next one or something like that? I was so like freaked out by this. I didn't really get it, but
yeah, there's so many loopholes in this show.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
it's just like that's just such a nitpicky thing.
Yeah,
but it's funny to talk about just because it doesn't really make sense. Okay, this is a huge. Oh yeah, it's established that Adore is scared that one day he'll have to kill someone because he's talking to the priest at their cadet academy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm scared. Like, what do I do if I have to kill someone or whatever?" And so obviously it's establishing that he's scared to kill someone, even though he wants to be a police officer. Whatever. I'll just establish that because it might come up later. This is a big scene. So the cadets are on a bus. I guess they're coming from somewhere. A jeepney freaking overtakes them somehow.
Yep.
And then is about to like crash and fall off a cliff, but it stops right in front of the cliff.
But he really could have just gone back onto the road. But
from the wide shot, so there's a wide overhead shot. Yeah. It looks like it's not even gonna fall off.
I know.
Like it looks like it's fine, and you could just
go
back.
Yeah.
If you just back up, I think you'd be good. But they're freaked. So
they're like,
but that's what it looks like. But in for the sake of the story, the jeepney is about to fall off the cliff, so they have to get all the people out. So all the cadets come out of the bus and they're trying to save all the people. So you have like, there's one person still left in the jeepney, so Adore tries to dive into the jeepney to save the Lola, and while all the other cadets are like holding
the bus, the jeepney
from falling. Yeah. So Adore finally gets her out. The cadets let go, and the jeep just flies off.
And it doesn't even look like it would have.
It rolls down like 100 miles an hour, even though that's probably not what would happen. If you let go, it go.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But when they let go, it goes boom right down the hill. I'm like, what happened?
I know.
So I mean, that was like an editing issue. This is the thing that triggers me. We're gonna get to the graduation in a sec, because that's the next thing.
Because I know what you're gonna talk about there.
So during the graduation. Actually, I'll wait till the graduation. Okay. Anyway, that's what happened. So Adore gets the Lola off the jeepney, and everyone's still holding it, and then everyone's safe. So they're able to save the people. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you why this is so stupid, the way it's set up. Okay. Moving on, graduation ceremony. Wow, it's been 4 years in this one episode. Yep. And now he's finally gonna graduate as a cadet. Really funny too, before the graduation actually happens, the Lola is like setting up the party that's going to happen at the barangay. I really like this because I had a graduation party in the Philippines, because this is when I graduated.
Yeah. I know what's happening here.
University. And they had like a whole thing, like a whole street party. There's like food everywhere. Everyone's there. Like, we're just taking up the whole street. But because everyone knows each other and everyone from the neighborhood's there, it's not a problem. But it's really cool. Like, I kind of like that. Yeah. So it is the same thing that the Lola was setting up for Adore for his graduation. And then I wanted to bring this up because I know you like this scene.
No.
They made a sign for Adore.
No.
And it says, congratulations. Hey, what's wrong? It says congratulations. Congratulations. But what was the problem with the sign?
It looks bad.
It's really like the story. They have like a blown up picture of Adore just going like.
Okay, it's a border.
All mad.
It's a border.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And then in the corner, it's just like a picture of Adore. And that's it.
Yeah, Filipinos, I guess, aren't known for like their graphic design.
It's probably because they live in the barrio, whatever.
I know. I'm not trying to make fun of it.
Like,
it's just
no.
Yeah,
no, I get what you're
saying. But it looks really funny.
But I'm just saying, I've seen that before. Like, even at church events. It's the same type of design.
Why do Filipinos all make signs that look the same? Look, there's a picture of the sign. Like, tell me you haven't seen a sign that looks like this before.
Graphic designers, I'm sorry I triggered you just now.
Oh my gosh. But I knew you got a kick out of that one. That was really funny. So, all right. So graduation day, Adore puts on his nice.
Hold on, you forgot the pointless scene during the graduation party.
Oh, what happened?
He didn't even come, right? No, wait. Well, they don't show it in the show. The grandma talks to that kid who.
Oh, yeah, okay. I actually didn't write it down because I thought it was so insignificant.
It's pointless.
I guess they're trying to establish the Lola's character, that she's supposed to be like a very nice person.
But we can already assume that she's a nice person. Yeah. We don't need to.
Anyway, a kid steals a phone from someone, but she doesn't punish him. She feeds him and tells him not to do it again. Yeah. So I guess it's supposed to establish that like she's like a good person who looks out for people. Yeah. I don't think you really need to establish that at this point.
No.
But it's fine. I actually didn't include that in my notes because I thought it was not even necessary.
Go ahead.
No, it's fine though. Yeah.
I found it insignificant.
Sometimes they add in scenes that like don't really make sense. But
they could have just cut that out and added something else with the romance part, because I would have been more invested in their relationship.
I really don't care about Adore and Carmen at this point. I know, exactly. It's the first episode. This is the thing. This is the first episode, and I've already been talking for like 30 minutes about what's going on. Yeah. This doesn't make any sense. It's a half-hour show, man. Anyway, so we're moving on. So it's the graduation day. Adore is in his bunk, looking at his uniform. He puts the uniform on. He stands up. Police Inspector De Leon. It's just weird because he does that, and there's no one. Like, he's doing that for himself. You know what I mean? He's alone in the room with his uniform on. Police Inspector De Leon. Like, he's getting a kick out of that.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, damn, that sounds awesome.
My day has come. This is the time.
To be fair, I might do this. I might have done the same thing if I was feeling myself, you know.
I mean, if that's what you've dreamt of as a kid, and you're finally here, I can finally do what I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, why not?
It is established, like, not in this episode, that he's always wanted to be a police officer. Yeah. So, like, this is a big day for him.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it to him. I'll give him a pass.
Yeah.
On it. It just
It's
looks,
just awkward
it was
to
just-
look at.
it's just really awkward.
Yeah.
Imagine someone walks in, it's like, oh, okay, he's
My bad.
my bad. Oh, I didn't see you there, but I wasn't doing anything.
I can't.
So graduation ceremony comes in. Okay, this is what I thought that was really weird. I think this is the thing that's like established in Filipino culture, but that's why I also enjoy watching the show, because I'm learning things
More
that
about the
are,
culture.
are probably more common than I've anticipated. I
Yeah.
guess. I know education is so favored in the Philippines as opposed to like, I know education is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but they place such a huge emphasis on it. Like, at least I think this is, my mom told me this one time, but apparently because all the big universities are in Manila, what they'll do is that they'll display a ranking of the top students.
Yeah.
Like with their names and everything.
Yeah.
Like this, like top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, like that. That's really strange.
Yeah.
At least according to us, because like
we didn't grow up like that.
That's not what we've experienced.
Yeah.
But it makes
We
education.
prefer to be shamed in private. Sorry.
Very true. Very true. It's like, how come you're not on that big billboard?
Yeah.
The top 10 of
Yeah.
the university, huh? It's like, what? But apparently that's a thing, and they did the same thing during the graduation ceremony. So they like, as the Leon comes up first, he's like, he graduated #1 in the class. Blah blah blah. Some other guy comes up, Joaquin.
Yeah.
He's #2 in the class. Why would you just say, like? Does that really matter?
Yeah, to Asians.
Oh my gosh! It just makes it like, that's the problem. It makes it, if that's a thing, then it makes education so competitive as
For
opposed
sure.
to a thing that's just supposed to better yourself. It's supposed to be not to better myself, but I got to be better than everyone else. Kind of
Yeah.
thing, which is
Lots of
strange.
pressure on the kids.
Yeah. So he comes up, De Leon, Dominador De Leon, graduated #1 in the class. He'll receive this honor and this honor and this honor.
Yep.
I understand the honors part, but the ranking is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go back to the whole jeepney scene. So Adore gets a bunch of rewards because he saved the people from the train.
From
He
the
did
jeepney.
the other thing.
What's the other thing?
I can't remember.
Wow, so insignificant we don't
Jeep-
remember.
the jeepney thing.
Yeah.
He's the only one that gets an award for it.
Yep.
During the scene, you have like 8 other guys, including Joaquin,
Yeah.
holding the bus
the jeepney, yeah.
so that he can go in and save her. Like,
exactly.
they're working.
They were part of it too.
Yeah, they should have been rewarded as well.
Yeah.
But they get nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, maybe
Unfair.
maybe it makes sense why Joaquin really hates Adore, man.
Yeah.
Like, he gets all this credit for like thing, and they don't get anything for.
I would have been pissed too.
Yeah, because I mean, they were just as they played a big of a role in that jeepney scene
Yeah.
as Adore did.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't hold up the jeepney, it's gonna fall and they'll
Exactly.
both die.
Exactly.
But they only award Adore for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the show's trying to get you to like be so happy for him, and he's such a good guy. And
I
everything.
know.
And it's not like it's Adore's fault. Like, he's just accepting the things that he's been given. But it really doesn't paint him in like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really.
I'm
figure it
thinking of 2K, my player right now.
out. Oh gosh, yeah.
When you're not including your teammates in your answers, you don't get your teammate grade up.
Oh, exactly.
See, Adore is all about himself. He didn't include his teammates.
Honestly, as the show goes on, he seems like a very selfish guy. I know that he wants to be a police officer because his whole thing is that he wants to be able to save people and do something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess like his heroism is like too high up on his list, like as a
Sure.
priority, I guess, as
Sure.
opposed to like everything else, which is further established in the rest of the show,
Mm-hmm.
as maybe it's like a flaw of his. But we'll get into that.
We will get into that.
Adore is obviously like the valedictorian or whatever, so he's giving a speech. Who really cares what
Yeah,
he's saying?
I don't really care.
Doesn't matter. But here we go, big music cue. Adore's Lola goes up to hug him. Like, so like that same song comes on and they have like a big
So he
moment or
hugs
whatever.
everyone: his grandpa, his grandma, his
Mhm.
brother. Wait, no, not his brother. His.
His Lolo.
I
He-
said that.
Oh, you did? It's just some other people who was there or whatever.
Friends.
Yeah.
His friends.
Exactly.
His significant other, I guess.
He actually says her name in the speech, like, Carmen, thank you, and she's just like sitting awkwardly there, because she's there for her brother,
Right.
Because her brother's graduating too.
Here's the thing, too. Why is the family seated on stage?
Yo, you're so right.
I just realized that
The-
now.
All the
Usually
graduates
wouldn't
are,
that.
the
Yeah,
graduates
that's
are
so weird.
okay. So in the scene, right, the graduates are in the crowd, but the families are seated on the stage. So when they come up, the family's there.
Yeah, Joaquin's family was there.
Yeah, it's so backwards.
So is it only like the first, the top 5 families get to sit on stage?
If you don't make the top 10 in the academy, your family's not allowed to come to the graduation. Get out of here. We don't have enough seats. The stage is only so big. Why don't we seat them in the yard? What are you, stupid? No. You put the families on the stage and you have them come up from the
Who
the
cares
yard.
about the graduates? We don't care about
We don't care
them.
about the top 5.
Yeah.
Everyone else not invited. Because you would think there's a lot of people graduating.
Yeah.
There'd be so much family
Exactly.
there. Yet you'll only really see like the main characters' families there. So all the other extras, like no one cares about you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Weird.
It's pretty funny. I don't know if that's let us know. I don't know if you know how Filipino graduations
Yeah,
work, but
we've never been to one.
let us
so
know if that's how it is.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like it is, but I don't know. We could
At
be
least
wrong.
not here it is.
Yeah. Another important plot point, because this comes up later, during Ador's speech, he looks up to the sky and says and honors like his parents and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
So like I guess it's established that like his brother is dead and his parents are dead. So it's
Yeah.
only him and his Lola.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just so you know, that's what
That's
happened.
his family at the moment.
So after like they throw their hats in the air and they're celebrating, so like Ador is with his group of friends and they're all celebrating or whatever,
Yeah.
and then Joaquin is over here with his group of friends,
Mm-hmm.
looking at Ador as like, one day it'll come back to him or whatever. Like he's saying like some things about how
Yeah.
like
Looking at him in disgust.
he's gonna kind of like keep his eyes on him
Yeah.
and kind of like building up like this hatred towards him. And
Yeah.
they have like a scene where he's like. They're like waving at each other, and Ador's like his goofy smile, like "Hey, buddy," Joaquin, and Joaquin's just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah." So like obviously their rivalry will continue
Yes.
outside of the academy. So that's
Did you? Is this in your notes? The fact that everyone he saved was on stage as well.
yes. You're so okay. So in the opening scene, I forgot to say this, but during the train hostage scene, the guy tries to like take the kid that waved at him earlier,
Yes.
and then but he saves him.
Yeah.
But he's at the graduation ceremony. So is the Lola that he saves from the jeepney. Why would they be there? You send out an invite to them? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
It seems so strange.
It's like a little photo op for the grad.
I guess
know.
so. I don't know.
It's
It
just
seems
weird. It's
yeah.
like, oh, the policeman that saved you is graduating today, and
Uh-huh.
he's first honor.
Wow. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to come? Do you have nothing better to do and come to this graduation ceremony? We're not actually inviting anyone else's family.
Yeah.
But the random person he saved like months ago, yeah, you can come. That's fine. That's pretty much all of episode 1.
Yeah, it's been 47 minutes.
There you go.
That's one episode.
We are most likely going to continue with episode 2.
yeah.
Do you think we should just do it here, or should we make it a separate part? What do you
Let's
think?
make it a separate part.
Make it a separate part.
This
So we
is pretty long already.
yeah, but I think we should upload them at the same time, just so like
Ooh, really?
it's like back to back. Yeah, it's like one thing. I don't know. It's up to you. Well,
We'll discuss after.
we do want to cover all the episodes, but we don't want to make it.
So many episodes.
Well, not all 1100.
yeah.
The first,
Oh, maybe.
the first 10. This is gonna turn into an Probinsyano podcast. No, I was trying to think of a stupid name. It's not ang podcast, ano.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I shouldn't
No,
have
that
said it.
didn't work.
Anyway, well, we wanted to cover the first 10 because that's what's free on, like the TFC website. So that's what we wanted to do. Should I keep going? Yeah. Okay. So, because of that, we would like to cover it because it's accessible to everyone. Right?
Yes.
So, but the thing is, we don't want to make the next 10 episodes that we release just about Probinsyano, because I feel like people might get a little bit mad about it. We want to kind of jump into it here and there. So, yeah, so we'll end it here, and we'll do a separate episode for the next episode, because honestly, so much happens. Like, that was one episode, guys. So we had like his whole 4 years of cadet training, him falling in love with someone, him developing a rivalry. The funniest thing about the rivalry, though, is that like Adore doesn't think Joaquin really hates him or anything. Like, he's so ignorant to the fact that Joaquin really doesn't like him. I have no idea why. But that might play into later episodes, keep in mind. But if you've gotten this far, I guess I kind of just spoiled everything, so I don't know if there's a point in going back to watch the episode. But the first episode is on YouTube, on the ABS-CBN channel. Watch it. It has subs.
Oh God, it's crooked.
So just oh yeah, I thought you fixed it before you came over. But yeah, there's so much to talk about. But the thing is, I'm so invested in the show, and I'm even more invested because of what happens after.
Yeah.
But I don't know any final thoughts for you.
I wasn't invested after the first episode. Not as much as you were. At least.
I was all in.
Like Ryan was already all in. I was like, you know why? Because no romance.
There was Adore and Carmen.
No. But we're gonna get to the episode where I was like, okay.
Yeah, it gets juicier like the more you go in. Yeah, for sure.
More so because of the other characters that'll come in later.
Yeah, there are definitely more characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get into that. I think the next one could be 2 and 3 because they're a bit shorter.
Yeah.
So, we'll probably get that up as soon as possible. Any other final thoughts about anything?
Check out the first episode. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. Tell me if you get invested because I'm invested. Give me your TFC account because I need to be able to watch past episode 10 or else I'm going to have to pay $10 a month.
I got you.
All right, cool.
Pretty sure my parents are paying for it.
Yeah. But anyway, just to like further establish this, we're not trying to make fun of the show or like be like, oh, all Filipino shows are bad, blah, blah. Look, I find it extremely entertaining. I'm invested in the show. I just have criticisms. Yeah. And I think that's fine, right?
There are things that could have been done better. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Coco Martin, love you, man. I've seen You're My Boss. Love that movie. Yep. I think I only watched that movie because Coco Martin was in it. I was like, this guy? I gotta watch it, dude. But anyway, why don't maybe a question we can throw out there. What is a Filipino teleseries that you are into? And maybe it's something that we should check out. Yeah. So drop in the comments or wherever. What is your favorite Filipino teleseries?
Let us know. Yeah. I was suggesting Mara Clara.
What's that about?
The Switch That Birth one.
Ooh.
Was it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we had a little noise there.
There's also I can't remember.
Anyway, we don't know, so you gotta tell us. I guess that's pretty much it.
Wildflower, sorry.
I'm surprised that I got all of that in within the hour.
I
was so scared.
I mean, you have a lot of notes.
This is just one. This is one episode. You probably can't see it, and I had to make the font really small. Save on pages.
Why not?
Save the trees and all that. But I guess that's all we got. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for checking out this episode. It's a bit shorter than what we usually have, but it's like more focused, I guess.
Yeah, that's Ang Probinsyano.
Episode 1. Amazing.
They
use that song a lot.
It's their theme song.
Yeah. Anyway, you can follow us on Instagram at
The Halffle Pod.
You can follow us on Twitter.
Same thing.
Facebook page, but we don't really
use
anything.
But I will promote it once we start using it.
Yeah, and I guess that's
it.
YouTube.
Check us out on YouTube.
The Halffle Podcast if you want to watch us.
Check us out on Spotify if you want to listen.
Exactly.
Or iTunes.
Yeah.
I think that's it, right?
I think that is it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching / listening. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there.
Bye bye. Lyrics. Bye bye.